Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the newest episode of Avillion and Brayden Talks. I think this one we're just going to be shooting the shit. We're just going to be seeing what's going on.
Hmm.
But as always, I am joined by the number one co-host in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Oranged up today, ladies and gentlemen. We have
Orange up.
Mr.
Got the
Avillion
balls
Talks
shirt on
himself.
today. How's it going? Number two co-host of the game, by the way. Number one is my cohort over here.
Nah.
But yeah, doing well. I had an interview yesterday at work for promotion.
Mm.
It's for they're creating a new position for my department. It's the team lead. So I'd be like a liaison between the manager and everybody else because he's still managing. My new boss is still managing the other department. So he's going up and downstairs, throughout the day. So it just takes a load off of his plate to have this position exist. So interview went really well. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see if I get it. I'll know pretty soon because it's a position they wanted to fill fast. So um, within a week or two, probably I'll know. They didn't give me an exact timetable. They just said quickly. So and for previous positions, it's been about 3 weeks. So we shall see. But yeah, good interview. Went well. Hopefully, fingers crossed there. It's a $2 raise if I get it. So that's a lot.
That adds up.
I'll take that absolutely. So yeah, that'd be nice. It'd be real nice right now. But other than that, I think that about does it for me. I got some fun plans this weekend. I'm going out with some friends of mine. I'm going clubbing, but that's later. How about you? How's it hanging at
Let's
the moment?
see.
What's
I'll
going on?
start off with work. It's
Mm,
just been kicking my ass.
yeah,
Been hammering out. I've been hammering out boiler tubes,
yeah.
which is just just clang, 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 clang. That's what all I did today, and it was like this, just the swing of the hammer. Either it was the glove or the way I was holding the hammer, but it was rubbing up against my thumb,
Mm.
and now it's raw.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah. But yeah, and then just uncertainty at work right now with the biggest new boss and his close personal friend of
His
his.
his scheming court eunuch.
Yeah. Um, let's see. And then I just oh, you know what? Here, I'll start with this. So I did go bowling this last weekend with some
Oh hell yeah!
friends. Um, it took a while to find the swing, to find the
Get back to
bowl.
form.
Not even back to form. I never formed. Had some strikes, but also had some just disgusting gutter balls.
Yeah.
I was throwing, the power was never the issue. I would
Oh hell yeah!
launching that thing. Um, but yeah, but what was it, yesterday? I think yesterday. Okay, so yesterday I went to get gas, and
Yeah.
I was
I
paying
did
with
too.
cash. I was paying with
I got
cash
gas
because I
station
had
as well.
cash on me,
Hmm.
and I go inside, and I'm waiting in line, and like somebody's walking out, and like a guy's cleaning, and he says something to him, and what he said was like, "Yo, have a good day." And this guy, he took it, I guess, the worst possible way you could, because he was just like, "No, we can step outside." And the other guy was like, "I just said have a good day." And he was like, "Nah, nah." And he just left. And then I pay for my gas and I start walking to my car, and that dude's backing up, and he rolled his window down to speak to me. He was like, "That's how shit gets started. That's how shit gets started." He's like laughing to himself and drives away, and I was just like, "Dude, what the fuck?"
Very very normal behavior, certainly.
At a gas station, yeah,
Yeah. Well, yeah. Fair enough. Standard operating procedure. But
yeah. It's just like,
I guess you're just not allowed to talk to this guy unsolicited,
I guess
which
not.
is odd because that's what he did to you. So I don't know what his issue is. But
I don't know, man. Just nah. He was like, "That's how shit gets started," and I was like, If that's the case, that's fucking stupid."
that's I don't want to be you. I don't envy you if that's how shit gets started around. But
Yeah, and I got this Monty Mole figure the other day
oh yeah,
for just a couple bucks at Walgreens. Because I love me Monty Mole. If I can't play as Diddy Kong, I'm playing as Monty Mole.
yeah.
Uh, but yeah, and then there's when you're a single guy, there is something that could be on your phone that is always like trying to draw you in.
Mm.
You go through cycles of being on it and being off it, and the draw got me back in.
Yeah.
the other day. I re-downloaded Hinge.
I'm still holding on strong. I know we discussed it the other day. I know I said I've been feeling the pull too. Still, still fighting through it.
I thought you said fuck it okay when I said like we could
Not yet.
do.
Not quite. Not quite. I'm not there yet. Maybe this week. We'll see. But
Yeah, well,
yeah, not quite there yet.
I hop out. I think this is like day 2 or whatever. 2 days of being on Hinge.
Yeah.
One match so far.
That's how it goes.
Is how it goes. It was the one I sent the week. Like you get like a rose a week or whatever on Hinge. It's the one I sent that to. Which usually I don't even. Maybe I've matched with whoever I've sent the rose before, like on my previous tours.
Yeah.
But usually no matching, especially no conversation, even if we do match.
I've matched with people with roses that like sent a rose to me. I've never matched with somebody that I sent a rose to. I don't think. Maybe one time.
I think I've received one rose my whole tenure. Maybe even if even that.
I've received like 3. Yeah, it's not many.
Okay, no. Someone's flexing. Somebody's flexing.
It's not a lot. It's not a lot. At least I don't think it's a lot. I don't know, especially in like we both live in pretty densely populated areas, so it's like I don't know. It's a very competitive dating market. I hate fucking talking about it that way, but that's what it is. Unfortunately, on dating apps, especially in a bigger city, it's a market, which is why dating apps suck. But why am I not full screened right now? What the fuck?
Well, you're full screen here. You're full screen for the video.
I know. I just for whatever reason on my screen I did.
Yeah, no, I know.
Insane. I'm also a high variance bowler, by the way. Exactly the same thing. I will, like you said, power is not an issue, and I will definitely have some hot streaks in the game, but also just some. It's the footwork that gets me because sometimes my footwork's really good. I hit the one leg behind the other real nice. I get my stroke right, so to speak. My stroke game's nice, but sometimes I fuck up my stroke, and then it's just gutter balls at that point.
Yeah, but for the Hinge, we're one match in, but one date planned in though. Like we're 1.1 right now.
You close the gap.
I'm sending some screenshots of the profile over to you.
Okay. Let me see what
this should be happening Monday. Going to La Cantera.
Oh, she's pretty.
Yeah.
Very
we'll
pretty.
see. We were just talking about like movies and music to start off. Real casual convo.
I'm trying to figure out what that poster is in her background. I don't think I recognize.
But I was trying to put her on to Brother Bear.
Hell yeah.
Because that was like the prompt I responded to. Was like, let me know your taste in music and movies. And I was like, music right now is Thanks So Much and Lil Peep. And then my favorite movie of all time is Brother Bear.
I like her cat. Like her, big fan of her cat over there on the bed. Yeah, big fan.
But yeah, she because I said Brother Bear and she was like, oh, I haven't seen that. We should watch it. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. Speaking of cat on the bed, I've got 2 cats laying behind me on the bed right now. Very nice.
Yeah. I guess let's rip a
the
girl boss affirmation. Love yourself first and everything else falls into line. Lucille Ball.
She's cooking.
I think that's LaMelo, LiAngelo, and Lonzo's mom.
Is it? Oh.
I doubt it. I doubt she's in this.
Hey, you never know. Yeah, you're right. She's probably not there.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to share this with the group chat. I bought like another tiny little like Pokemon figure.
Oh, nice.
Not Lego.
Yeah, let me see some.
But my fucking boy, perchance, was staring me down at GameStop.
Oh yeah, I had to do it. I get it.
Shit, man. March Madness is going on. We're in a little bracket together. I put mine in. I don't know if Gabe put his in.
I put mine in. I'm sure he will. I only do one bracket every single year. I never make multiple brackets. It's just I no shade to anybody who makes multiple brackets. I just like
I
make one.
I saw like one TikTok about how many brackets you're supposed to make, like from like some like network or whatever talking show, and he was like, you do 3. You do the 3 H's. You do, he called them the 3 H's, but I forgot how he worded the first one. But it's just like instant, like as soon as you get it, you fill it out real quick. Haste. Maybe he called it haste or whatever. But that was that one. And then it was with your heart, and then it was with your head. Once you were able to sit down and collect your thoughts and think about it. So 3 brackets.
Yeah.
which
Yeah, that's a good process. That's fine.
that's a great
Yeah.
process. I think
Well,
someone was like, "No, you do a fourth one. You do a humor one. You throw in some fucking
oh
crazy
yeah,
shit."
fair enough.
Which
Which
I feel like
I respect. I respect the hell out of those too.
I think that
You
one
know,
would overlap too much with the heart one for me. So
definitely.
those would kind of end up being very similar.
I do enjoy the chaos bracket. My pet peeve is when, and like there's nothing wrong with this, but it's like when somebody's got like double digit brackets and he takes all of them seriously, and he's like, because he's evaluating different outcomes in each
Yeah.
bracket, and he's like, okay, well, I really nah, cut the shit. Have a main bracket that's like actually like what you think is gonna happen, and then have some other brackets with some other criteria, but like don't make like or you can make a couple of brackets that you're like you're varying a couple different outcomes, but like don't make double digit brackets that you wholeheartedly believe in all of them. Like this one's gonna take me all the way. Stop it. Have a little fun.
But it's fun. I think it in a way started yesterday with some of the play-in stuff, but
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it starts tonight, right? Or is it
yes. Starts well no
tomorrow?
today's Wednesday, so it starts tomorrow.
Okay, because
Starts
I just know
tomorrow, but
Texas A&M plays tomorrow.
yeah, technically started yesterday, but it actually starts tomorrow.
Yeah,
Because the play-in was yesterday, the first four.
yeah,
So, yeah, bracket itself actually starts. UNC, I guess, quieting the doubters a little bit with a 27-point victory. However, it's still fucking stupid that they're even allowed to be participating to begin with.
yeah.
Because
It wasn't a question of like could they be good at it. Was just like with how
no,
the season played out and who the head of the fucking selection committee is. This is very shaky at best.
hilarious that when you see the head of the selection committee is UNC's athletic director. Which I guess how good UNC has been historically. Okay, it makes sense that their athletic director is on the committee, but like, I don't know if anybody's athletic director should be
No,
head of the
absolutely
selection.
not.
That's
Absolutely
fucking
not.
insane.
They were
I feel
probably
like
like
a more
it's
neutral
college
party should.
basketball. UNC's always going to be there. He's never going to have to
Yeah.
be there.
Well, it came down to it.
It came down to it.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I think Texas A&M is in Duke's side, Duke's corner. Unfortunately.
Tennessee's got a somewhat easier area. It's not. I mean, nothing's easy. These
No.
are all good teams. That's why they're here. And a 2 seed loses to a 15 seed pretty much every year. Tennessee is a 2 seed this year, so we'll see how that goes. See if Norfolk State can beat Florida. That'd be awesome. Get that out the way round one. I'm glad Purdue is a little more beatable this year than usual because I fucking hate Purdue. Because Tennessee has just lost too many consequential games to Purdue in the last few years. Like there was the Admiral Schofield Grant Williams team. That team lost to Purdue in the tournament. Purdue beat Tennessee in the Music City Bowl, where it was like Tennessee was about to score a touchdown in overtime, but the whistle was blown before like it was like a forward progress ruling, but like play hadn't gone on that long, so it was whatever. Then there was of course last year Zach Edey led Purdue team beat Tennessee in the tournament last year, and I think the Elite Eight. And Edey was not called for a foul the entire game, and then was subsequently he fouled out in his first ever NBA game. So that tells you right there. Maybe he wasn't getting the whistles he should have been in college. But
I mean,
I
in
get
the
it.
NBA, rookie big men always got the foul trouble
Right.
issues because
Yeah,
it center has to be the hardest position to not foul out of. But that translates over to college. He definitely should have gotten some whistles.
Well, and there were some
Against
clear
him.
ones in that game that weren't called. There were even some that was like clearly on Purdue that somehow got called on Tennessee. But whatever, I digress. It is what it is. I mean that was a good team. It was a very fun Tennessee team to watch. This year's Tennessee team's probably not quite as good, but it's still really good. We're a 2 seed, still a very good team.
Yeah.
So
The group chat all has like the lowest seed is A&M at a 4 seed.
Yeah, Florida's a 1, Tennessee's a 2, A&M's a 4. We've all got good positioning
And
here, so we
Texas
can all make
as a
runs.
state has like Houston's a 1 seed.
Yeah.
Baylor is like an 8 or 9 somewhere. Texas Tech is a 3 seed. A&M is a 4 seed, and then I think the school in Austin was in the play-in or the play-in. I didn't keep up though. I don't know if they won and advanced or what. I'm gonna look it up super quick. Oh, they play today. Okay, they play Xavier today for it.
Okay.
So we'll see. I hope that's the one that doesn't get to represent the state. But
Fuck those guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ugly
what,
ass
what good
sport.
basketball players have they had? It's not like they've had like arguably the greatest scorer of all time play for them.
No, who the fuck's Kevin Durant? Uh,
Number two.
who was his coach over there? Anyways, that guy probably stinks, right? I mean, what's Rick Barnes ever done as a coach in college basketball? Right, definitely doesn't coach the team I'm repping today. Um, I have a very love-hate relationship with Rick Barnes, truly, but that's a story for another day. If, for example, if we lose round one, the story will be that day. I will have things to say about Rick Barnes.
Yeah, round one losses suck. But you look at it and you're just like, dude, some dude just went crazy from three.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for this year's fucking white boy.
I was just gonna say, who is the white boy sharpshooter heartthrob that America's gonna fall in love with this year? It happens every year.
I haven't looked at the rosters of teams, but I just went, BYU has to have like 3 of these guys on the roster at a minimum.
Yeah, it gotta be somewhere. There's definitely gonna be some some 16 through 12 seed. That's like like a mid major, whatever. That's just got some fucking sharpshooter on it.
It's just like, hey, he's like, some Jack Golke. Jack Golke's probably my
favorite. Say Jack Golke, Doug Eater. That
those are the big two for me.
Dude, there's gonna be one this year. There's one every year at this point. So I'm excited.
I remember when I thought Jarrett Culver was going to be an NBA star because of what he did with Tech.
It's the best playoffs in sports, at least from an excitement standpoint. Ultimately, the great teams do round out.
Yeah, because once you look at the Final Four, it's like 1 seed, 2 seed, maybe 3, 4.
Yeah, like you might have one that's
every now and then you get like an 8 to pop in there.
Right, but you're usually not getting a double-digit seed in the Final Four, even the Elite Eight most years.
It's definitely the best in the early rounds, like for sure, no debate.
Because there's always some colossus that falls early on, like usually a 2 seed to a 15 seed, but in general, like we saw it with Kentucky a couple of years ago. I think Kentucky was a 2 seed and they lost to Colgate or whoever the fuck.
I think it was ESPN or something posted like the last 2 times Kentucky was a top 3 seed, they lost in the first round.
Yeah,
and some Kentucky fan was mad that they made this post, and the comments were like, "Dude, they got a point." Like,
fans are always mad. That's why people make fun of them. It's easy to get a reaction out. Whatever.
Yeah. Because that's when Doug Eater that was him one year.
Yeah. I forget what school it was. Yeah, Golke would no, because they're both too recent for the other one, because the other one was a few years back. I think they were a 1 seed. They lost to a 6, a bit further back then. Either way, fuck Kentucky. But yeah, March Madness is here. Exciting.
Yeah.
We shall see. Yes, sir. I've been playing a little bit of what do you call it? Pokemon Black 2 on my own, or Pokemon White 2, excuse me, on my own time.
Yeah.
Just for shits and giggles. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this weekend I'll have to make a thumbnail for it, but I think this weekend I have a massage in the morning, but I think when I come back home I'm gonna do the Fire Red. It's a normal one. I think I'm going to do the Fire Red in one sitting stream when I get back.
Nice.
Get loosened up just to sit in a chair all day.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But yeah, I've never beaten a Kanto game still.
You're right.
I never have, because I didn't finish Red when I was a wee little lad. And then I didn't finish
finish Red
Eevee.
This time either.
Huh?
So you didn't quite finish Red this time.
I was getting to it. I was trying to go in chronological order.
I didn't know you were doing the Let's Go Eevee. I haven't finished that yet either. I gotta get.
Yeah. So I didn't finish that one, and then I didn't. Yeah, and I was gonna bring it up. I didn't. You could see some of the fucking carcasses behind me, dude. Yeah.
For chance.
Yeah, he stands above the rest.
Yeah. I did name my Squirtle in Let's Go. I need it for chance. Yeah.
Yeah, but hey. It's not happening with this fucking squad, dude. It's not happening with this. Look at this fucking.
That's a lineup, man.
Dude, give me a fucking shiny stone.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking shiny stone.
Which I think we're coming up on it, because it said after the radio tower thing that the stone is available. So
is that after 7?
We just did the radio tower, I think. Or no, maybe we go to it after Price. I don't know, but I know we just beat Team Rocket, right?
Yeah.
I just did that like an hour ago.
When I was thinking radio tower, I was thinking back to like
Goldenrod. guess. Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess. Maybe. I don't know, but I know we disrupted the radio signal that was causing the Magikarp to evolve.
Yes. This is what,
Yeah, we are about to fight Price tomorrow, by the way,
Did you
folks.
catch the word Gyarados?
I sure did.
Okay.
Thunder waved it. Got a crit Razor Leaf. It was down to low yellow. Took me a couple Great Balls. Caught the Gyarados.
My Togetic was yawning it. But yeah, so right now for this team, I'm sitting here at this. I have this Eevee that's in the daycare, right, and it's like level 32 right now. And I'm sitting there and I stare at it. And I'm like, should I make you an Espeon and replace this Togetic because he's kind of right now he's just kind of getting carried a little bit, or do I play it safe, keep you back, have you ready to become a Vaporeon if I lose the Gyarados, have you become a Jolteon if I lose the Raikou, or have you become an Umbreon if I lose the Houndoom?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to keep it in the wing.
Side note, insane levels for the Team Rocket hideout at that point in the game, based on the gym leaders we've been fighting. What do you call it? Ariana, I think her name was, the Rocket leader in the hideout. She had a level 26 fucking whatever it was. Just nothing. Just poo-poo levels for that. And Price as well has lower levels than Candace.
Also, I need to say this. Lance sucked in my fight with him as a trainer. Like, he just was like, Garrett, it was like, Dragonite, you're strong. I'm just going to rely on that. Because all this fucking Dragonite did was fly. That was the only fucking, he did it fucking 5 straight times. That was it.
Granted, it was hitting bitches for me, though.
It worked. But it was just like, you got no flair to you. You're wearing a cape, dude. Have some flair.
Yeah. I actually had,
dude, the shadow, I swear it's getting worse. Like, the shadow on the camera, I swear it's getting worse.
Maybe. I was, what do you call it? I actually had my Dragonair out next to his Dragonite, so it was like, what do you call it? A prelude of what I'm going to become someday. Looking in the mirror to visualize the man I want. All right, you don't got to stare dead into the camera. I know. I get it.
Oh, you know what? I was looking at all my stuff the other day, and I was like, oh yeah, I had this ready. Don't need it.
I don't need it.
I actually don't have a trash can set out. I just threw that for effect. I have to pick that up later.
I'll remind you when we're done here today.
Because dirt gets into the trash, so I have like this like cabinet that like you pull out and there's the trash can and you close it. Because Dirk's a little rascal.
I was reading something today. I was reading that Isaiah Nayer, the Nebraska wide receiver who did declare for the draft this year, he said he's met with some teams. I think the Falcons were among them. I think the 49ers, I think another one, and the Titans. He said the Titans were the one that stuck out to him the most. And he's probably a guy we would take in the 4th round. That's probably about where his stock is right now. And I'm thinking, like, I'm not sure Tennessee won't double up at receiver in the draft. Even if we do sign Rondale Moore, who visited with the Titans today. Something I was thinking, because if you're going to draft Cam Ward number 1 overall, which we're gonna at this point, that feels pretty safe to say, barring anything crazy, unforeseen. Like if the Giants come in and offer us 6 first-round picks, we're not going to take that. Mm-hmm. But in the event that nothing crazy happens, Cam Ward's the first pick. You got to get him some help, in the weaponry department, because the offensive line at this point on paper looks like it's going to be at least solid with the signings that were made. So double up on receivers not out of the question, because right now it's like just Ridley.
Right. I mean, this league right now it doesn't hurt just in a vacuum to just have a lot of good wide receivers. Throw in a rookie
guys get
quarterback
hurt every year. Yeah. I mean, you should be at least 4 deep at receiver. You should have 4 guys that you could reliably get on the field and know they're going to. Titans have Calvin Ridley, who I don't have any buyer's remorse personally for Calvin Ridley.
Sure.
I thought he was really good last year, especially with how slow he started and how much he rounded into form. And also, it was the first time in his career he was making legitimate snags, kind of unlocked a different part of his game that had just never been there. I feel great with Ridley, especially with a real quarterback under center.
I'm a little more curious about. Are you guys going to keep Levis on roster, or are you going to shop him?
See, I think it was yesterday or today, was when I saw the report that it was reported along with the Kirk Cousins stuff that the Titans are engaging in talks, I guess, to shop Levis. Although I don't know what his value is right now. It's a day 3 pick, of course, of some sorts. Maybe a 6th, if a 5th, if we're lucky. We're not getting any more than that, I don't think.
Yeah,
but
I think I think it would just make sense for all parties just to separate. And
I agree.
if you're a team like you know your organization's good, you have a good veteran quarterback, you're like, fuck it, we'll throw a 6 out here, get this young guy in, and just see.
My ideal fit for Levis, if we're going to trade him, I hope we trade him to the Rams.
Yeah.
I think he's got some Stafford in him. He's obviously nowhere near the player right now, but he's got some Stafford isms, the toughness, obviously the fucking howitzer for an arm, very very similar caliber arm talent to Stafford. Does play a little bit like him too. Stafford does love the long ball. Levis, of course, loves showing off that arm. I think it's a good fit for him. It's low risk for the Rams. They need some kind of future plan at quarterback. Stafford's still playing very well. He's not going to be at that level forever. So, I think if the Rams send a 6th rounder over for Will Levis, or maybe like they send a 5th, we send Levis in a 7th or whatever.
Something like that, yeah.
Or actually, I don't think we have a 7th this year. We traded our only 7th away for the 6th in the Kenneth Murray deal. My condolences, by the way, for having Kenneth Murray on your football team. But
you're gonna be upset when he plays better for the Cowboys.
I would be happy for him and happy for you and Gabriel if that's the case, because you're my best friend. Plus, Cody Barton was pretty good last year, so it's an instant upgrade for what we had in the linebacker. I'm glad we signed Barton. But yeah, regardless, whatever Levis gets dealt for, it might not be till after the draft. I think is fairly reasonable. And Levis might be there in camp because you need bare minimum. You need 3 quarterbacks in camp, just 3 arm because you've got first, second, third team. You're gonna need a 3rd arm.
Right.
Titans sign Brandon Allen. If they trade Levis, it's just going to be Cam Ward and Brandon Allen. Maybe they pick up a priority free agent quarterback or whatever, like the dude from Emory, I think, is where I don't remember his name, but he's fast as shit. Speaking of fast as shit, Milroe had his pro day today. I think ran a 4.37.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not unexpected because if you've I've seen Milroe's speed live. Yeah, he's fucking fast. Yeah, which. The question with Milroe has never been can he run. It's can he hit the broadside of a barn. But
where should he go? Like, what's a good fit for him?
Raiders, I wouldn't hate give him because Gino's gonna be playing for at least a few years there, so it's gonna have time to sit and grow. Ideally, somewhere with an established coaching staff, like Pete Carroll's not going to be there forever, so maybe that's not the best fit. That's another Any quarterback,
dude. I'm not ruling out Pete Carroll being there for a while.
No, hell no. He's more energetic than most guys. Even
how old is he?
He's in his 70s. He's in like mid 70s at this point. It's like 75 or some shit. He's old.
It's so weird at that age seeing the range of like health. You see people in their 70s. Yeah, he's 73.
Yeah, but he probably feels 40.
I buy that.
He's very energetic.
Realistically, he probably has the body of like a 50-year-old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's still in good shape. He's still in good health.
Or maybe this is just what a white person aging like other races would look like.
Yeah.
Maybe that's all it really is.
Carroll don't crack, I guess. I don't know. But he looks good for his age. He definitely the energy is good as well for his age. So I could see him being there for. Because it's not like he chose to step away from Seattle because he's getting old. They told him, you got to go.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Maybe he will be there long enough to develop. Yeah, maybe he'll be there long enough to develop Milroe. But you could project any quarterback to the Rams theoretically, like Jackson Dart, Jalen Milroe.
I don't know if the Rams would use a first-round pick on a quarterback.
They do this thing every year where the closer we get to the draft, the higher they start mocking certain quarterbacks that have no business being mocked as high as they are. Like they did it. Malik Willis got mocked as high as number 2 to the Lions and went in the 3rd round.
Right.
Dart's going to go on day 2. He's probably going to go in the 2nd round, probably high to mid-2nd. I would be shocked if somebody takes him round 1. There's just no way. I would. I don't think the tape is there. I don't think the traits are necessarily. It's not like he has a fucking piss missile, and it's not like he's a world class athlete. He's good enough at both. They're both a little above average. But this is not a guy who was asked to ever read a defense just because Ole Miss's offense is just weird. Not as gimmicky, maybe as excuse me, as Tennessee's, but it's not a full read offense. It's very, yeah, like we saw it when AJ Brown and DK Metcalf got to the NFL, and it's like, wait a second, like, oh, these guys are even better than we thought they were because they were in a system that
They are who we thought they
they were not in a real offense. We could see the same thing happen with I think Trey Harris is the receiver, unless that's the corner coming to Ole Miss. I think they have two Treys playing opposite sides. Let me double check that.
Yeah, the draft is one of those things right now. There's like 3 things I'm like, can this get here already? Two in the near future, one just later this year. The Nintendo Switch 2 Direct is the 4th of April, and then it's the draft, and then I signed up for Worlds tickets, like for the Pokemon Champions. You got to sign up first, and then if you get like picked or whatever, then you can buy them. I think in 5 days, I think the 24th is when they're like, start checking your emails this date to see if you get your 48 hours, and it would be in August. But so in the next week, hopefully next pod, I have a great update about being able to go to Worlds. I signed up with 3 different emails. I was like, please.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But
just watching all of Wolf's videos, dude, and then watching other videos now, like, I'm like, I want to go to Worlds so bad. Watch Wolf win his 2nd World Championship.
I hope so. It's been a while. It's been too long since he won the first one.
Yeah, he won in like
2012 or no, 2012 when he started.
He won 16 or 18.
Yeah, something like that.
2012. I think he competed in. I think that's when he lost. It was either that year or the year before he lost to Ray Rizzo in the World Championship.
He didn't compete the year before. I think 12 was his first year.
No, I think it was 11. I think 11 was his first. I think the timeline is 11 was. He finished like top 8 in Worlds. Like it was like his first or second year playing competitive at all. But 11 was his first time at Worlds or something like that, and he finished like top 8. Lost to Ray Rizzo, and then the next year is when he lost in the finals to Ray Rizzo.
Yeah,
when he had a big time blunder where he meant to do some. I think it was close combat on Ray Rizzo's Tyranitar, but he misclicked and did it on his own Cresselia.
Oh my god!
Yeah, his story, his story is great.
The Tyranitar.
He has a great story because it's like, this could have been a guy that just got remembered for that blunder, but instead he just kept going and is now like in the conversation for being just the greatest competitive player of all time.
Yeah.
It's him and Ray Rizzo. Ray Rizzo's the other guy. It depends on if you prefer peak for Pokemon or if you prefer longevity. Peak, it's Ray Rizzo. He's the only one to win 3, only one to win more than 2 world champions. Won them 3 straight years. And then Wolf is the longevity. He has the worlds, and then he has the most competitive wins, I think, and he's the only player to win them in all levels of competitive.
Yeah.
So it's what you prefer. Me, personally, with how much Pokemon changes generation to generation and within the competitive scene, like each generation, there's different rule sets each year about which Pokemon you can even use. I take the longevity, and being the only one to win every single level of competitive, Wolf's the go to me.
Yeah.
But Ray, great case as well with the peak 3 straight. I don't know how the era talk is with Pokemon. Like, what was competition like back then? I don't know. But 3 straight and having big time wins in the competitive scene over Wolf, it's between those two. I think there's a Japanese player that's also people say is in the conversation. I'm not that knowledgeable on the history of competitive Pokemon, but from what I've heard and seen, those are the two you can take. I take Wolf.
Yeah.
The longevity is insane. And one more side note by Wolf might be to go. What he's done, I think, in terms of getting eyes on the competitive scene with his YouTube channel, I think is big. Like, he is the biggest channel. He's getting the most eyes in it, and he's been great. Like, he just won the biggest he won the biggest tournament ever. That's the word I'm looking for. The biggest tournament ever in I think it was in the UK. The biggest European International, the biggest Pokemon tournament there ever was by size. He also won before that one was the biggest. He won the one that was the biggest before that. So, anyways.
Well, I was going to say, with how much the like, to your point, with how much the metagame changes, the longevity argument certainly makes sense there. Like, you have like Gen 5, it was weather was the real dominant factor because it would stay the entire battle until somebody else changed it. So if you had, like Drizzle Politoed, for example, was the bane of everybody's existence in the Gen 5 competitive scene. And also because Gen 5 introduced the hidden abilities, so that was what really revolutionized Pokemon battling. But then you had,
I think
of course,
I
Gen
think
6 had
Wolf
Megas.
says Gen 5 is like the birth of modern competitive Pokemon.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Gen 4 created it. Gen
Yeah.
5 really revolutionized competitive.
Yeah.
That's what really got the ball rolling. So another reason why Gen 5 is best. But anywho, that's just, silly me. But yeah. I mean, the metagame changes so much every single year, and for him to consistently be in that upper echelon, yeah,
Because like I think you were about to say Gen 6, you add a whole new type in Fairy that becomes the best, and Megas.
yeah.
And then Gen 7, it's Z moves, and then,
Mm-hmm.
new Pokemon every year. For the same
Dynamax, well,
Dynamax.
especially Dynamax is huge because it only lasted those 3 turns. You
Yep.
really had to plan like, hey, is it worth it now? Should I wait? Should I?
And you could find
How early should I
strategies to
do it?
just immediately waste your opponent's Dynamax.
Yeah,
And then Terrestrialization, which is my least favorite gimmick, I think, from just a like
mm-hmm.
playing it like casually, just the actual game itself. It's probably
Yeah.
my least favorite. But yeah,
But the way it changes the meta is really cool though, because
Yeah.
you'll have a
Huge
Pokemon
effect.
with like crazy terrible weaknesses, but when you terrestrialize, you still keep your old stab bonuses,
Mhm.
even if you're not the type anymore. Defensively, offensively, it's still like, let's take Hydreigon for example. 4 times Fairy weakness. That's fucking awful. But you go, I don't know, Terra Grass, Hydreigon, or whatever with Energy Ball, but it still has Draco Meteor and Dark Pulse and whatever other move you put
because I
on
think
it.
if you terrestrialize 2 different types, it becomes like 50%, 50%, 50% for all the
Yes.
types.
Yes. If you're a
You
dual
just have
type,
you have like normal stab for all of
Yes.
it.
yes. Now you get
Or
an
you
extra
terrestrialize
stab
as
move.
the type you are, and then you have a fucking super beam.
Not to mention, I think what do you call it? I'm pretty sure, like 99% sure, Hydreigon gets Flash Cannon. If you want to terrestrialize into Steel type, we've not got the best defensive typing in the game with Stab Draco Meteor, Stab Flash Cannon, Stab Dark Pulse.
Yeah.
Whereas now you previously you had a quad Fairy weakness, and now you resist it along with a shit ton of other types. Which another thing with Gen 6, the Steel type got nerfed, but then also buffed at the same time because Dark and Ghost no longer were Steel no longer resisted Dark and Ghost, neutral, but also it resisted Fairy type, which was the new best type in the game. So Steel is still keeping a mountain of resistances while also being a great counter to the new type. And it made Poison types not useless anymore, which is awesome because Lord knows they've never really been very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I really hope I get to go to Worlds. Just go the whole weekend. Just fucking.
Yeah.
It's gonna smell terrible, but it'll be.
I don't doubt it.
But it'll be great to go.
Yeah. The draft is probably my favorite TV event of the year. I care more about this than I do the actual results on the field from the rookies during the NFL season. Not that I don't still love it, especially if a fit that makes sense pre-draft happens and it works exactly as expected. It's like, well, that's always a fun reminder that sometimes this shit is doable. Because the draft entirely is a crapshoot, especially at certain positions like quarterback is a crapshoot every year. But in general, like, it does not matter how much evaluation you do. It doesn't matter how sound your process is. You're just going to be wrong more often than you're right pretty much every time. So, everybody's making an educated guess. At the end of the day, you're just kind of hoping shit works out the way you want it to. Very few front offices are right all the time. The Rams would be one of them. But, some teams nail it every year. Ravens nail it pretty regularly. Eagles nail it pretty regularly. But not a lot. Kansas City usually does a really good job, too.
Yeah.
But there's a Clyde Edwards-Helaire in there. There's a Sky Moore debacle. Yeah. I know you're just like chill on your go Clyde the Glide, but Sky Moore.
All-time draft moment for the boys, dude. All-time draft moment for the boys.
Yeah. Well, because you had told me, you're like, I think he's going first round. I'm like, nah. And then he went 32nd. So, all right, well.
Because we were on the call when it happened.
Yeah.
I was like, this is Clyde, dude. This is where Clyde goes.
I think I heard it through your side. I think you were ahead of me. I think I heard it through the phone. And I'm like, fuck.
And I'm pretty sure I yelled, Clyde, the motherfucking Clyde.
Yeah, probably did. Definitely an all-timer there. Yeah, but that Sky Moore debacle was, I don't ever want to see that shit happen.
Yeah.
He's still on the roster, I'm pretty sure, unless they let him walk and he's a free agent now. But
I don't know if they use him in special teams or what.
He's just kind of there. Which I guess, credit to him, he hasn't been cut yet. Average NFL career is only 3 years, even for first rounders. So, I don't know. Good for him. He made it 4 at least. So, he wasn't first runner though; he was a second runner. But whatever, who gives a shit? um, yeah, nah, but I'm playing some white too. I have.
Well,
I
he was
have
drafted
PK.
in 22.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so 22, 23, 24. He's got more, I guess.
See what happens with him.
Yeah, I have what do you call it? I have PK Hex on my computer, so I do. I'll gen in some fun shit just like for my regular playthroughs. Sometimes, like I've got. You know what? Fuck it. Let's look at my. Let's look at my damn white two team right now. Let's see. I'll pull it up. But
I'm looking forward to the Fire Red stream while you pull this up. I'll just say this: the streams have been going very well for the Heart Gold Nuzlocke. I've been these last couple streams consistently getting people in and chatting. Like I've gotten a couple people who are like, man, we fuck with this, keep going. Huge appreciated.
I got you. Yeah, so I got an Eevee that I'm gonna ultimately make an SP on.
Okay.
A Zorua, a Riolu, an Axew, a Mudkip, and a Joltik. Now, what's cool about Axew in Gen 5 is that it takes 5 billion years to get a Hydreigon.
Right.
So the consolation prize in Gen 5 is Haxorus is really fucking cool and hits like a truck and also evolves at a reasonable level. So
fucking 64 or whatever for Hydreigon. That's
I think it's 63, but yes, still
disgusting.
Dreadful.
Why?
Meanwhile, Haxorus is evolving at Garchomp levels. I think they both evolve at 48. I know Garchomp's 48. I'm like 90% sure Haxorus is also.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the six. Even when you're approaching the 50s, it's like you're doing too much. In the 60s, go fuck yourself. Same thing with Volcarona, another ridiculously high level up Pokemon in Gen 5. I think Braviary and Mandibuzz are in like the high 40s, low 50s as well. Ridiculous. Putrid.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Braviary's in the 50s.
Yeah, dreadful. That's bullshit. Yeah, Gen 5 has a few of those. That's like the one real knack with the Pokédex in that game is that, or the one knock on some of the Pokemon in the game is that they have absurdly high evolution levels for no fucking reason. But I think even like Mienfoo to Mienshao is like level 40. Is that necessary? It might be 30. Maybe I'm tripping. Let me double check that. It might be high 30s. I haven't evolved a Mienfoo in a while. It's a good Pokemon though. I do like Mienfoo. There we go.
Oh, you know what? I showed this on stream, but I didn't show you. Let me grab this. I bought this.
It's level 50.
Dang.
It's. I was way off. I was lowballing it. That's insane. See, that's fucking.
Oh, you know what? I did show this, but I didn't show it out of the box.
Okay.
I did show you this, but I didn't show it. But I didn't show these people here. I got this like Charizard card box, and it comes with like a EX Charizard card that is like supposed to be placed here. I put it in a protective sleeve. Don't you worry, ladies and gentlemen. But
beautiful.
Yeah, it came with 10 packs as well, which is like so fucking hard to get your hands on nowadays.
Yeah.
So yeah, because I was like running out of packs and I couldn't find any anywhere, and I saw this box and I was like, fuck, I need packs, and that's my favorite Pokemon. All right, give me the box. Give me the fucking box.
Give it to me.
Yeah, so now we still got a couple extra packs.
Nice.
But it came with some fun stuff that I hadn't seen before, Twilight Masquerade, and then it had like Paradox related packs, temporal packs, stuff like that. I don't think I got an Iron Jugulus. I did get that, but like nothing real cool. Sorry to Iron Jugulus. But I had the exact same card from the Halloween pack, but just all the Halloween ones had like a little Halloween like mark on it. This just didn't have that. Like that was the only difference. I was like, all right, fuck me.
I know, like lore wise, Iron Jugulus is supposed to be like a perfected Hydreigon. It's got 30 less space stats than Hydreigon does. Iron Jugulus is 570. Hydreigon's 600. What are we doing?
Not following the lore, I'll tell you what.
Not following procedure. All right, that should be a 650. 650. Whatever. At least 610 just to justify the fact that it's supposed to be, future Hydreigon. Should be better at that point. They've had plenty of time to get that shit right.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, Icebreaker. Would you rather be able to fly or be invisible? Why? Fly.
Flying, assuming I don't have to follow, energy laws or whatever.
Yeah,
you'd have to eat to get that shit to work.
Sure, you get like you get superhero level kind of flying.
Yeah,
then I'll take that.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, show.
I can't imagine too many scenarios in like real world scenarios where invisibility would be more useful than flying. Like, you
But
tell
you're
me I
not
don't have to
doing
think
something
about
fucking illegal.
it. Right,
And
right. That's what I'm
like
saying.
bad illegal. Like I could see like you go in Viz, you just sneak into a concert. Cool.
Right,
Who gives a fuck?
sure. But stealing, like,
And then do you have to be naked for the invisibility to work? Are you
that's what
naked
I'm saying. Like,
everywhere?
are your clothes gonna go with you, or are they like would you be a floating T-shirt and pants? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So it's
So
either you're like yeah, it's just not gonna be as
plus that means you have to walk around barefoot like everywhere. You're gonna step on some shit you don't want to step
definitely.
on. Too much optically that can go wrong with that. Flying is useful all the time.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine that's a slow. Like you're probably going at a decent pace. You don't necessarily have to drive anywhere unless it's like either a long trip or you have to go get groceries. Like I don't want to do that flying. I want to be able to
Right.
carry all the shit that I need to. Um, but like if I'm just going to my friend's place, I'll fly over there. I don't give a fuck. Like going to work, I'll fly to work. How much money are you saving on gas doing that every day? See,
How many
that's
awkward uh gas station encounters
gas station
are you
interaction are
avoiding?
you avoiding? Yeah, you don't got to see that shit no more. You're gonna be in the air. About
That's how shit
how
goes down.
just watch out for planes. But that's
Yeah.
how shit goes
I'm
down.
not
So
flying that high.
well, when planes land, but like when I'm flying to work, I'd have to watch out for airplanes
Yeah.
because I work right next to the airport. I got like the cargo areas right next. That's where like the somebody flying like shit.
All
Yeah.
right.
Anyway,
What's your favorite memory of you and your friends? Why?
uh,
Personally, I think my mind jumps to the I think it's the Josh Allen touchdown run when we were all just huddled around the TV.
that's a banger. Yeah,
That
all
one, and then
timer.
obviously the Mario Party. But bang! I can only take so many bangs.
Had we actually seen this play live, I think it would be up there. It sucks that we were getting food when this happened, but the Nick Westbrook Akine 98-yard touchdown. It's a damn shame that we were getting pub subs when that was live, because we got home like 5 minutes after that happened, and I had to
Yeah,
watch
those
the
are
highlights.
equal.
Like, yeah, yeah, insane play there. But the Josh Allen touchdown, because we were all like, that was a hate watch as much as it was a we all love Josh Allen
Yeah,
watch. That was a fuck this team.
because
I need the Bills to hang up 50 on them. So
we're all in different fucking states, dude. We're
yeah,
not able to watch games
we don't
like
get
that
to
often.
passionately enjoy football together like that ever. You know what I mean? I'll go crazy in the group chat when some shit happens, right? We all do, but it's not the
Because
same.
that's probably my favorite moment from the whole NFL season, just because
Yeah,
it was with y'all. But the other one that comes close was watching the Cooper DeJean pick six.
yeah,
He did that for me, dude. He did that for me.
yeah, yeah. That's Jackie Robinson there, but
Okay, if a miracle happened tonight while you were sleeping, how different do you imagine your life would be when you wake up? What problem would be solved?
what fuck type of miracle is it? Like, what's the miracle that's being
If a
performed?
miracle happened tonight while you were sleeping, how different do you imagine your life would be when you wake up? What problem would be solved?
Okay, so where do I need a miracle? I need to come into an incredibly large sum of money in a way the government wouldn't question. Would be the miracle that happens overnight. So that would solve a lot of problems. Actually,
Yeah, the
wouldn't have to
question
worry about a lot
sucked.
of things ever again.
That question
So
fucking
I'm
sucked.
sure that's probably not the answer it's looking for, but yeah, that's
No.
probably where it goes.
Yeah, let's just run some wavelength.
Let's do it.
All right, I'll close.
Shut them pretty peepers. Let's see. You got the visor on. All right, the audience has seen what I have wanted them to see.
All right, give me an X-Men character.
Um, I'm not super in the weeds on this.
It just
All right,
makes me think it's in the middle.
give me one sec. I don't need to know about the film. I want to know about the characters. Uh,
Boom, boom, boom. So
I
it's
don't,
not Cyclops.
I don't know enough. I
It's
don't know
not a
enough.
10.
I don't know enough of these.
It's not the Blob.
Who are all the X-Men? Look, I need a list of them. Come on. Can I get a new question? I'm sorry, I don't know.
Okay. Give me
I can't answer this one accurately.
give me a character you can play as in Mario Party.
All right, let me look at the current Mario Party roster. I don't know the whole roster. I've only played the one time. That's when you were on.
The Rasta.
Mario Party roster. All right, let's go.
Let's go.
I don't know what this green looking thing is here. It's got
Okay.
big ass lips, like cream colored lips. It's got like a
Spike?
is that his name?
Uh
I
Mario
don't know.
Party.
Green, big cream lips, and then like little tuft of blue hair at the front. Yeah, that guy.
Okay. I love
Yeah.
Spike, but I feel like you probably because he's not like a name character, like a real known character. I'm assuming this is gonna be lower just because you don't know him like that. I mean, I don't know him like that. I just like his vibe. But I'll just guess like a 3. I'll guess a 3.
Okay.
Give me a soda. Since we had to do a tougher one, let's go here with a soda.
Let's go with grape Fanta. Go with grape Fanta.
I don't really be tapping into Fantas like that. I still kind of feel like I'm in the right range though. 3. I'm still feeling kind of like in the 3 range. We're purely going based off vibes. Give me a woman.
Name a woman.
Name a woman.
Happy St. Patty's Day. We're a couple days past. I'm gonna go with Margaret Thatcher.
Oh my God.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go with Margaret Thatcher.
Maybe I was too high.
They told me to invest in my IRA. I have no idea what this has to do with my retirement, but I love everything these men in the balaclavas have said about the merch. So,
Okay.
So,
Is it a
Margaret
1? I could see 1. One could be in play. Okay, 1 and 2. We're at like 1, 2. Buckle my shoe.
sure.
Give me an item currently in your room.
Unrelated to the question you just asked, but somebody just crawled into my lap. But
Yeah, it's a 1.
yeah, my baby girl. Oh, she giving me kisses on my little nose. I'm gonna have to go with the garbage in my garbage can.
Okay, yeah.
Garbage in my garbage.
Speaking of garbage, fucking Gabe in the group chat, dude.
What's he saying this time? Bullshit's he on right
Also,
now?
I don't want to be rude, but I think somebody in the Pokemon group chat sent a post that maybe it wasn't the same account, but the post itself like has already been shared to the group chat.
That's happened a few times in there. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's the first one I've noticed.
It happened a couple. It happened the other day, I think. Shit happens. I think I've done it before, even one time.
Maybe.
Whatever. So
Okay.
what's the conniving court eunuch sending in the group chat right now? Let me see.
He's just trying to piss me off. That's all it is.
Oh,
Needless hate.
oh, in front of the Mega Rayquaza too. I'm gonna give that a thumbs down.
We're gonna sit here and act like Charizard's megas don't go hard.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I've come to my king's defense plenty of times on this pod. I'll let it lie.
Charizard hatred is very performative. I think it's just a big fucking lizard that breathes fire. There's not a lot to it. It's very simple. It's very effective. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And like that's it. Like you can't passionately hate Charizard. There's nothing like insane enough about Charizard for you to be like,
Yeah, look,
this
like
shit
I've said,
sucks.
don't be mad at Charizard. Be mad at Game Freak for not making stuff for other Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do. That's all
Yeah.
it needs to be. You do not need to sully the fucking goat's name, dude.
Yeah. And Charizard's fault.
It ain't his,
Sure.
right? It's not his fault. He got fucking shooters like that.
Yeah.
Purchase all merch related to your favorite Pokemon right now.
Mhm.
Obviously, that's
should.
financially feasible for everybody, dude. Do it right now.
No excuse.
Okay, final question. Give me a seed in the March Madness bracket.
We're gonna go with the 2 seed.
You're being. I'm not even gonna factor that fucking shit in. I'm just gonna go solely off Margaret Thatcher. I'm gonna guess 1. Final answer.
All right, lock it in.
If it's 2, I'm gonna be upset. But yes.
All right, it was 1, and I wasn't going with 2 to try to throw you off. I went with 2 because the 2 always loses to the 15, and Tennessee's a 2 seed this year. So bad feeling. Not a position I want to be in. But yes, it was 1. Fuck Margaret Thatcher. Nothing against Spike. I fucked with him the least out of everybody I was looking at on the roster. I recognize.
I mean, it's Mario Party, dude. Fucking all the characters bang.
Yeah.
You feel me?
So hard. Sure. That's why it's a party. What else did I give it 1 to? Oh, I just don't like grape soda. Tastes good. I don't even like grape juice. I love grapes, but like grape juice, grape sodas, like if I'm drinking soda, I'm gonna drink good soda. I'm not drinking no damn grape juice. When are you gonna stop drinking Cokes with the wokes and start drinking Dr. Pepper with a big stepper? You know what I'm saying? So
Speaking of big steppers, I just sat here and I just because these packages have been staring at me, I was like, I'm gonna open one. I got Breloom.
yes, sir, big step. Hold it down.
Yeah. Which that picture of me with the Pokemon is on my Hinge.
Oh, awesome.
I was like, maybe I didn't, because maybe I have bad luck on Hinge because I'm like too bland. Maybe just let me lean into being a nerd.
Be authentic. Yeah, just because they're gonna know that side of you eventually anyway.
Yeah, like, let
You
me
may
just
as well
lean
just
more into
go.
it. Maybe that'll help.
Because you're not trying to pull in people who are going to reject that aspect of your personality, right?
Yeah.
Like obviously. So be upfront
I mean, I didn't
with it.
I never tried to hide anything in Hinge, but I was
Right.
like, maybe I'm just not showing enough.
Well, yeah, you gotta have something in there, and that's something I need to be better at too. The next time I'm on it, it's like
Yeah.
I need to.
Yeah, when you download it by the end of the week,
Later today.
fucking right after this pod.
Fuck yeah! As soon as we hang up, like, all right, I'm gonna put this shit together. We'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna have to rebuild my algorithm though because I deleted my account last time I uninstalled Hinge. So I'm gonna have to rebuild the algorithm. I gotta let them know I'm into goth bitches. So
Yeah, it
So
doesn't
y'all
take long.
start-
I'll be spoilers.
No,
it
it
doesn't
won't
take too long.
it won't take long. So we shall see. Pardon.
They fucking. I hate when I'm like on the regular side of Hinge, and I'm like, this sucks. And then I look at the roses, and I'm like, you're hiding them all. You're hiding all of them right now.
They know what the fuck they're doing. Well, you know the way the Hinge algorithm works, right?
No.
It pairs you
With people with similar
using
interests.
people that are about as attractive as you are.
Oh.
That's how it works. So, like, whenever somebody tweets something like, "Man, all these ugly bitches on Hinge," it's like, man, I got bad news for you.
I know. You know what? I knew it was like that. I knew it was
Yeah.
like that because I'm like, oh, fuck. Or if I like one person of like a certain ethnicity, all of a sudden Hinge is like, here's all of them in your area. I don't
Yeah,
even know
I think
if I should say which ethnicity because it's the same one every single or race maybe I should say.
Yeah.
Every single time it's like, oh, you like some of them? Here's all of them.
here's all of them. I matched with one girl from the Philippines, and like whole lot of Filipinas in my in my recommended the following few
Struggling
names.
from success over there.
Oh yeah, I mean a lot of them are beautiful. I don't mind. I don't have a preference necessarily. Like everyone's like people from different areas are beautiful in different ways. So it's
Yeah.
like I like we talked about on the one like I think my number was 5 on the wavelength, and you were like, give me like like something like that you're attracted to.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck do I throw in a 5 here? Because like I really don't be giving a shit about the stuff I'm not attracted to as long as I find something about them that's like appealing. Uh, Everybody's got some, so that was a weird one. So I think I went with eyebrows or some bullshit. Um,
Yes, I think
I'm
that's
gonna
good.
shut my pretty little peepers, and
Right.
then you're gonna let the fine folks at home know what your number is, and then
Mm-hmm. Okay, I
yes,
hath shown a number.
splendid,
Bum,
splendiferous.
bum, bum.
Bum, bum, bum. Give me a word in the English language.
Um,
Any word.
booger. Gonna
That's
go.
kind of a fun one. It's got like I think a booger very adamantly describes what a booger is. Like I think it's one of those like that fits. That's
Right.
definitely a booger when you see it. So I don't know, kind of gross, but at the same time, like everybody's got them. And don't act like you don't still sometimes pick your fucking nose.
I'm
Okay,
not gonna sit
well,
here and
don't.
say I don't. Absolutely
No,
not. You
no, I'm
can
not
feel
talking.
it.
That's not to you. I'm not someone
No,
saying
I
if I
know.
can't fucking breathe, I'm going fishing. No shame. I
Yeah.
can wash my hands after I'm done.
I hate seeing people do it though.
Certainly, but I always, I'll just sneakily,
Yeah, I look
whatever.
around. Is nobody here?
You know,
But it's
and then
disgusting
I'll
to see.
cover the one hand with the other when I'm going fishing. But like, or especially if I'm in my own home, I'm not. Who am I trying to impress? I'm fucking
Yeah.
balls deep in that bitch. Um, what's up, baby? Love you. Anywho, yeah, for the guess, I'm gonna say like a 5 because this is a double edged sword here. Uh, it's a little fun, but it's a little gross. I don't know. It could be both. So I'm gonna say 5 just to test the waters for now. We'll see. See how that changes based on some of these other ones here. But give me a last name. Doesn't have to be a common one. It could be anyone.
Um,
Name that you've heard. Last name that you've heard.
this is tough.
A lot of last name.
I'll go with Maxwell.
I'm not a big fan of like last names that are like better served as first names. Personally, I'm maybe a little lower than 5 at this point. Like, plus Maxwell, the only prominent Maxwell I know is like Ghislaine Maxwell, who
Yeah.
is like Epstein's brain. Is that where your brain was?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're definitely looking at a lower than a 5. We're probably looking at like 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know. She's pretty bad. It might just be 1 territory, but I doubt it. I doubt you just take my whole fucking flow. What's up, baby?
I've been known to do that. We both have done that to each other.
It's happened. I don't know. Lower than a 5. I'm not sure where yet. I'll get the rest of my information later. But yeah, not a great last name, and not a last name associated with some a last name associated with some unsavory characters, or at least one unsavory character. So, uh, I don't know. Not a top tier girl boss. That's a 1 out of 10 girl boss right there. Uh, if you said give me a girl boss last round, I could have absolutely given you. Well, you said name a woman, and I gave
Yeah.
Margaret Thatcher. I guess Lane Maxwell would be another one that could easily fit the criteria there. I don't know. I'm gonna say like 3. Isolate the name as a whole. It's just a shit. I'm sorry if you're watching this and your last name is Maxwell.
They probably
You
accepted
need
it
to.
at this point.
Well, You shouldn't. It's like $50 to go get it changed. You have control over
Well,
your
they're
thing.
like, well,
Go get it.
okay, this is still my family name. I'm not gonna let one person ruin it, but at the same time, one person's
No,
ruined it.
somebody who loved you a long time ago should have changed the family last name so that their child would not have Maxwell. Somebody somewhere should have stopped the bleeding. There was an only child somewhere along the line who could have saved you, and they didn't. So, yeah, sorry if your last name is Maxwell. Okay, next question. Give me a Premiere Pro editing tool. I think the editing tool is a tool. I don't know. Give me some kind of a tool that you use on Premiere Pro to edit videos.
Um, I'm trying to think. What's the name of it? Hold on. Let me.
From Premiere Pro, if you got it.
Ugh, no, my computer will fucking. While Streamlabs is recording, while Discord's opening up Premiere Pro will.
Explode.
Yeah. Um. I'm gonna go with the pen tool.
Pen tool. Wait, pen or pen?
Pen. PEN.
Okay. I don't know. Probably not a huge fan of that one myself. I think we're looking at lower territory here. I'm gonna stick around the 3 area. Um, let's go. I got two more. You know what? Two more for you.
Got two more for you.
Oh, give me a character in Invincible. This will help me narrow it down a little bit, I think. There's a few names that just popped into your head, I'm sure. I think I know what the names are.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'll say season 1 Amber.
I know you don't like. I know you hate her more than I do. I know you're lower on her than I am. So we talked about it a couple days ago. I still don't think she's a one for you because you did at least halfway agree with my point that like the problem with her was a lot more about how the show treated her stance on Mark rather than like how she was actually acting because she's fucking 17. She's allowed to be immature. Um, this is still low though. This is not someone you have a favorable opinion of. This is still there's worse characters in the show. Like I think multiple characters in season 3 are more annoying than Amber in season 1. So granted, maybe not as prominent characters in the plot. So I'm gonna say 3. I think 2 is a possibility here. I don't think this is a 1. I think there's worse. Like you could go with fucking Multi Paul if you want to go with
I don't
1.
care for him either way. Like I don't get
Yeah.
why people hate
Well,
him
it's
so
it's
much.
like every time he was on screen, it felt like he just didn't need to be there. I don't know. I couldn't get invested in what the fuck was.
I thought he just had creative use of his powers, and I was like, all right.
Well, the jailbreak scene was cool. Like
Yeah.
just fucking suicide 11 times until you get out of there. I don't know, but I don't know. There's like, if we're looking holistically, all 3 seasons, man, Immortal. That's probably a 1. Fuck Immortal.
Fraud mortal.
I'm gonna say 2. I think this is low. I think this isn't the worst. So, and the characters in the show are generally pretty good. So
Yeah.
it's not like, there's like 3 that off the top of my head I'm like, yeah, don't have a favorable opinion.
Right.
So, yeah,
Right.
we'll go with 2. I got 1 question left.
Mm-hmm.
Give me an NFL team logo. I know I've asked this one before. I don't remember what your answer was that time, but it was I think it was like Minnesota or some bullshit. It was a higher number.
Oh, I thought it was a lower number, and I said something.
Maybe. I think it's a higher number than this.
Maybe I'm gonna go with the Browns.
kind of ugly, but it's also the only one that has a helmet anywhere in there. Whereas, like, like you look at the NBA, like almost half the teams in the league have a basketball in their logo somewhere. Then look at the NFL, it's like every logo is straying as far away from the concept of football as possible, except for Cleveland. So the Jets as well, I guess, have like a football in their logo, and then the Browns have the helmet. It's ugly. I don't like it. I don't think it looks very good. I'm gonna go with I think two. Final answer. I'm gonna lock that.
Final answer. It
Final
was
answer.
2.
Okay,
I thought it'd be funny to just kind of go 1 up from yours.
fair enough.
Thought maybe
It's like Jeopardy.
I thought depending on the questions you'd ask, I would make you think it was a 1,
Yeah,
and I was just copying you, but that did not happen.
yeah. Who would be the one for you in Invincible? Would it be Immortal? Or would it be
Probably.
Duplicate? Maybe.
It probably would be Immortal.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably Immortal. And then
All
because
he
the rest of
does
the characters that I don't like outwardly like, I think Amber and Immortal and Duplicate are like the only ones I dislike.
I think those three for me. Well, even I don't know that at this point in the show, at least, I certainly don't dislike Amber. I think she's not on the screen enough, and when she is,
She doesn't need to come back on it.
No, I don't think so either. Like the only, I feel like the Amber cameo in season 3 just didn't need to happen. I think she's had her time. Move past it, but yeah, every time Immortal and Kate are on the screen, it's like I hope something awful. But
Yeah.
yeah.
You just think about the age gap the whole time.
Yeah, what a fucking weirdo, man.
Yeah. Granted, the age gap technically will be weird no matter who, but like a 18-year-old, like that's not.
Well, I think her argument is like, well, every time I duplicate myself, I'm living, through that other version as well. So really, if you count all my like combined, time or whatever, bullshit. But
Yeah.
either way, it's weird. It's weird. I don't like it. I don't like him. I think he's kind of a prick.
Yeah. And
you know.
and then funny memes just making fun of him.
Yeah. Well, and what do you call it? The part where she's like, I lost just as much as you guys did. It's like, there was no stakes at all for you in that fight. You had the body double hidden in fucking Alaska or wherever the fuck the whole time. Ray damn near fucking died. Rex lost a hand.
And Ray put her
in an eyeball. Yeah.
She was like, no, you didn't. Not even close.
He's like, you fucking idiot. In fact, that can't be true because Ray didn't even live to get that far in the comics. Ray fucking died after like their Legend League fight in the comics. So, Kate definitely didn't risk as much as they did. Definitely didn't lose as much as they did. Whatever. Fuck that bitch. All right. What we doing? We doing
top 3 of the week. Pokemon regional forms.
Yes, sir. / convergent evolutions, if we include them.
Yeah, I didn't. I just did regionals.
I don't have any in there because I don't like any enough over the regional form. But like, for instance, because Paldea and Wooper exist.
We don't need to clarify then if neither of us have them.
Fair enough. Well, maybe I gotta sneak in there somewhere. No, I only have regional forms because I love these.
This is one of the better things Pokemon has done in recent years. I really like the idea.
I'm so glad they've made this a regular thing instead of just like.
Although they scaled it back, Gen 9 only had like 2. Wooper and Tauros. We'll see if they scale it back up, though, I guess.
A lot of different Tauros forms, and then also, like, Wooper evolved into a new Pokemon, and then also you had Wiglet and Wugtrio, which are technically, like, not regional form, but they are convergent. Like, it's a family, very closely related. It's familiar. We've already had regional forms of Diglett and Dugtrio, so it's kind of weird they would give us, like, another family member. But, whatever. I go first, yes?
Yes, you are number 3.
I couldn't decide between these two.
Okay.
So I did slap them both on here. This is Hisuian Arcanine and Hisuian Gudra.
Okay.
And yeah, I love Gudra in general more than most. Big Gudra fan. Hisuian Gudra takes an already great Pokemon, in my opinion, and gives it the Steel type. And it also goes full in on the whole snail aesthetic. It gives it a shell.
Mhm.
And then Hisuian Arcanine, you ride on top of that bitch. It's beautiful. No, I don't think you ride on. I'm tripping. No, no, you don't. No, you ride on Arcanine and Let's Go Eevee. I'm getting my shit mixed up. Uh,
Fake
Beautiful
acronym.
Pokemon though. Just a beautiful Pokemon. Uh, really leans into the whole like what they're based on. Like those statues, I think they actually look more like them now. So especially like Hisui and Growlithe by extension, beautiful Pokemon. Um, so yeah, I fucked with them both. I couldn't decide. I had to put both on here.
My number three, I went with Alolan Sandslash. I think I like Sandshrew and Sandslash a little more than most, but then the Alolan forms, I just like the fucking igloo like
Yeah,
kind of vibe that he gives off, with just some big ass claws on him,
yeah,
and then just a complete environment switch of the Pokemon to such an extreme is fun. So I'm gonna put
yeah.
Alolan Sandslash at my number three. You're at number two, sir.
I wish Alolan Sandslash didn't have two quad weaknesses because Ice and Steel is such a cool type combination in theory. It just doesn't. Bless you. It just doesn't
Thank
work
you.
in practice, unfortunately.
I mean, it doesn't work in
My
competitive. You find in
no,
playthrough.
yeah, certainly. My number two, I went with Hisui and Zoroark because once again, it
You loved Arceus.
just looks really fucking cool. It's a dope ass Pokemon. I have literally nothing else to it other than I just like the way it looks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
built
Hisui and Zoroark.
upon your opinions of the normal one, I'd assume.
Oh yeah, I mean I love Zoro and Zoroark as is. They had the movie that came out when Gen 5 was coming out.
Yeah,
It's N's signature Pokemon, who one of my favorite characters in the Pokemon universe.
yeah.
He's been my avatar on Showdown like since I've started playing Showdown. Uh, I haven't played Showdown in a long time, but it was
No
always
need
N.
soon.
Yeah, won't need to in a year. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, Suian Zoroark, great Pokemon. You're number two. What we stand?
My number two, I went with Galarian Rapidash. Just the idea of a unicorn and a pretty pony Pokemon for in that type of vibe. Let's up the prettiness to an 11.
Yeah,
Galarian Rapidash, as colorful as can be. Um, what's its typing? Fairy Psychic?
Psychic Fairy. Yeah,
Psychic Fairy? Yeah. I think it just looks beautiful. It's
absolutely.
they were like, hey, let's tap a little more into the brony market. 100% it's a My Little Pony, but I think it just looks great, and I mean the colorful vibes.
Oh, it looks exactly like fucking Celestia. Like it looks just like one. Not, I'm not outing myself here. I swear. I'm
I
not a
was like,
pony.
what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't realize that
My
was a
little
pony.
sister is really big in them. Was when she was
Right.
younger, and I played with her
Yeah.
a lot. So it kind of looks like this. Oh, whatever. All
Yeah.
right, moving on. Finish your piece, and
That's pretty much all I had to say. It just looks cute. Like that's all it really is, and I just like it.
Yeah, I think it's a beautiful Pokemon.
You're number two. Yeah, two. No,
You're
you're
one.
one. You're one.
My number one. This to me is the standard, the gold standard, the benchmark. This is the creme de la creme. When I think of regional variants, I think of this Pokemon. It's one that I used in my Pokemon Unbound playthrough. It is one of the first ones that got. I think it was the first one that got revealed to us, or technically it's pre-evolved form.
Okay.
I'm going with a Alolan Ninetales here.
Mm.
This is my favorite regional evolution easily.
When I think of regional, I think of Executor. That's who I think of.
That's a banger. Just fucking tall as shit. Dragon grass, cool typing. But this to me, what a beautiful Pokemon. I don't really care much for default Ninetales. It's fine. Like I like it. I love Alolan. And so I like Ice Fairy is such a fun type combination.
Mm-hmm.
This thing's got good stats. It's fun to use in a playthrough. It's just I love it. I love it. I love everything about it. I love Alolan Vulpix. Uh, I actually what do you call it? You get this thing as an egg in Pokemon Unbound, and so I got to hatch this thing from an egg, and got it all the way up to being a contributing member of this team. So one of the toughest Pokemon games I've ever played, and I had an Alolan Ninetales through my playthrough. So, shout out Alolan Ninetales, and I think that's probably it for my
Shout
piece
out.
there.
So my number one is It's not even crazy different because it's just the final form of this Pokemon that's different. But it was my starter in Legends Arceus. I'm gonna go with Hisuian Typhlosion as my favorite regional form because I played through with it that whole game, and then just the ghost typing is really cool. Establishing the idea of Legends, taking these other starters and adding to them, I really like. And then just the purple flames. Purple's my favorite color. I liked Typhlosion and that Cyndaquil line a lot going into the game before anything was announced. So you get it, you make it even cooler with the cool typing. Fire Ghost is a fun typing. I'm not in the weeds of how it plays competitively, but just in terms of the vibe, I love that type combo. And then you give a Pokemon I really like an added flair of my favorite color. Gonna like it even more. Hisuian Typhlosion, my favorite regional variant.
I love all three of the starters in Hisui. I think I'm not a big Samurott guy, but I think Hisui and Samurott's design is awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I love all
I think Alolan Decidueye is better, but I still love Hisui and Decidueye. It's a cool fucking Pokemon. Alolan Decidueye is definitely just a better Pokemon.
I was gonna say, I think typing wise, I think grass fighting, competitively speaking, I think that's a bad.
Oh yeah, quad weakness to flying is not ideal. You got the fire weakness. You got the still got the bug weakness. You got the psychic, fairy. Still
very best type in the game.
So yeah, not ideal. Not a great type. Not great defensive typing. Not a great offensive type. Not a lot of because both types are resisted by flying. Both types are resisted by bug. I think so. You got a few deficiencies. Poison as well resists both of them. So you've got stab moves are not going to affect multiple. Like having a dual type, you want everything to be able to hit something.
Yeah.
And you've got three types off the bat there that resist. It's not ideal. So I was going to say, in regards to Fire Ghost being a type that you really like, do you know what game pioneered Fire Ghost?
I'm gonna take a wild guess. It was like Gen 5.
It was Gen 5. It was Chandelure. Well, technically Litwick, but Litwick, Lampent, Chandelure. Great Pokemon. You're gonna love it if you end up with a Litwick on your team. You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever used a Chandelure to play through, so I hope I get it. That'd be awesome.
All right, let's quickly do what we've been on because I just got hollered at that dinner's ready.
I think I heard that.
Okay, perfect. It probably got picked up on here then.
Yeah. Just a little bit, but
Invincible season finale for both of us. Let's just quickly ram over that. Both of us.
Incredible.
Amazing.
Yeah.
IGN's rage baiters. It's been known, but this is just a nail in the coffin for that.
Well, the villain we've never met before. He fucking told you he was coming.
He was.
We know what was happening.
We see him in season 1 when Omni-Man's telling him about the story of Viltrumite. Anissa alludes to him, and guess what? He's from the Viltrum Empire. This whole that team is as a group that's been built up this whole season.
That's a villain that we know exists. That is ultimately the culmination of the show. That's how it's gonna end. Is that this is the villain we're trying to take down? So, it's gotta happen. Great fight too. Great. They added so much to him that didn't exist, like the fucking the heart with the blood. That was not in the comics.
That was so random to me. I was like, this implies that they use the same heart symbol that we do.
Maybe
independently.
They have the same heart.
But it doesn't look like that. So where did they get that idea from? They had the same independent thought humans did.
Nolan was on Earth for 20 years. I don't know.
Is he texting them hearts? I don't think he's going to text them hearts.
I don't know. He's relaying information about the culture and all that shit because they got to assimilate, right? So he's got to tell them, I don't know. There's a way.
I don't think Conquest is the guy that's yes, let me read up on the society of the. He's going in there to kill.
I don't know. He's having fun.
I'm not saying it's a negative. I just thought it was funny.
Right. He's focused. He's having fun. He's a dark horse for the Heisman. That's ancient lore, by the way. I don't know if you're familiar with that. That's Brian Harson talking about Bo Nix when he was still at Auburn.
Anyways.
Way back. Anywho.
Great finale. Cannot wait for season 4.
Absolutely. Yeah. This whole Hell storyline as well. Didn't exist in the comic. This is all fresh material
which I'm glad because I really liked Dark Blood.
Yeah. I thought he was awesome.
I was like, this guy's super cool. I can't wait to. I really hope we get to see him again.
We haven't seen him in a while. Yeah.
Yeah, so we haven't seen him since season one.
I was like Cecil being like one of my favorite characters in the show. Catastrophic fumble to end season 3. Fucking stupid. Just
Yeah.
brainless decision.
I mean, I like Cecil. I didn't agree with what he did with Mark. I agree the idea behind it, the foundation of having these fail safes, absolutely. Using it then, and also, I don't know. It's this like Mark said. Mark has only been good. I don't think he should pay for the sins of his father by having it implanted in his head.
Yeah, that would be the one thing that Cecil did where I'm like, yeah, you fucked up there. But then Mark was being pretty manipulative with that. He walked up into the Guardians HQ going, Cecil's trying to kill me!
Dog, I would think the same exact thing. I would do the same exact. I'd be like, dude, he put a fucking, like, murder weapon in my head, dude.
Yeah. But, yeah, either way, fucked up. But beyond that, I think all of Cecil's other actions fairly justifiable.
Yeah, no, I mean, having all these fail
and
safes.
Mark's feelings towards them also fairly justifiable. So it's like
100%.
nobody's wrong here. You know, that's what's fun about it. Is like
Yes.
there's a clear, like obvious philosophical difference between them. So the divide is natural. It makes sense that they're gonna at some point butt heads over this issue. So I don't know. I'm
and
excited.
then Lil Tecca dropped. The summer solstice, the summer savior has dropped. And it's another fun fucking summer vibe, dude. Summer banger. Lil Tecca, Mr. Consistency.
A little early for that, but you know, whatever.
Yeah, you put it out now. You let it build.
Sure.
Let it seep in. Also, in Texas, it's summer.
Fair enough. Let's see, any album come out this last Friday that I was listening? I did listen to a lot of music. Oh yeah, Playboy Cardi dropped this last Friday.
Oh,
I was stunned.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that. I was listening to Weezer.
Oh shit! What
I just went to their page and just like press play all. So it was just like their top hits all to like work my way down.
What were you messing with? I think.
I don't know. Well, because I had heard these songs before. Like a lot of these I'd heard before, and I liked them. I was listening while driving, so I didn't really like jot down the names.
It's good driving music, definitely. I like Weezer.
Yeah, no, it was a good time.
Yeah, I fucks with some Weezer. They were my number one artist 2 years in a row, I think, like 2021,
if that bitch says listen to Weezer, you listen to Weezer.
Oh, was Shawty telling you to listen to Weezer?
Yeah.
Oh, huge. Okay, you should have told me that from the jump. I would have said, yeah, okay, this is good. This is very good. Yeah. I can help get you tapped in a little bit. If you
I don't need to tap in that, tap in enough.
Okay, fair enough.
She can put me on like this.
All right. Fair enough. I was listening to let's see what this album's called. I like the title well enough. The artist is called A Cloudy Sky. Let me see what the This Won't Be the Last Time. That's what it's called. I enjoyed it. That was really good.
Right.
Liked one of my favorite albums from this year, I would say. But what do you call it? Black Country New Road. They're releasing the final single for their upcoming album, I think, on the 26th. And then the new album comes out April 4th. So, ball, 4-4. Ball. So,
that's when the Switch 2 Direct is.
Yeah.
Big day.
Yeah. So, big day for us. Big day for the two of us.
What day of the week is that? I know they're going to be fucking doing that shit while I'm at work.
That's 4-4 is a Friday because my birthday is that Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 days later.
Still, it's going to be while I'm at work, though.
Of course. You know,
so you wanna hoe. Okay. Any final words?
Have a wonderful day, everyone.
Big kisses. That's gonna do it for this one. As always, the next one's gonna be over on Avillion Talks. He's streaming Pokemon, with me. So if you want to see two sides, if you want to see the Heart Gold and you want to see the Soul Silver side of things, check out what he's got going on over there. But that's gonna do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Comment anything down below. And of course, subscribe to catch all the streams, all the pod episodes, catch everything. But as always, keep gaming and fuck Nico Harrison and fuck Jerry Jones.
Deuces.